Welcome, everybody, to Respawn Please, the video game podcast where two dum-dums come together to talk all things video games. I'm your host, Jesus, and with me, as always, is Ell. That's all I got, Ell. What's up, Ell? How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am good. I told you about my day. I told you. I'll confess this on the computer, on the stream. So I've been having issues with my Stream Deck not working. So I have it plugged into a USB hub. The USB hub has like little power switches on it to, activate it, deactivate it and stuff. And it was just deactivated. It wasn't broken. I spent the last 2 weeks thinking my Stream Deck was broken. Nope. My cat, he's been climbing all over the cords and stuff, and he just pressed the button and it turned it off.
Man,
I'm so stupid. I am stupid. I'm just an idiot. That's all it is. I'm just an idiot.
Cats are diabolical. Sometimes they'll do stuff like that to make things harder for you.
Yeah, I'm sure he looked me straight in the eyes too when he did it, and I just didn't notice. He just went like, "Boop, you son of a bitch! This is for not paying attention to me."
Exactly.
How are you doing? How's your week been?
It's been good. I've been super busy working on a bunch of projects outside of the podcast, and just I was a part of this mental health awareness project where it's like art combined with music, and my partner, she did some art for the project, and I kind of put music to it, so like a score, and that was fun. Like I did two of them. Well, the first one came out today, and I posted about it on my Instagram. It's just bringing, in the art community and just really ever awareness about mental health and how to deal with stress or how to kind of check in with yourself, because sometimes when you're living life and the life that we live in the world that we live in, it gets stressful, and sometimes we tune out and forget to check in to kind of are we okay?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun to do. And then after that, releasing another piece of music for this album about my first dog, Hawk, and raising the second dog as well. Her name is Ash, like the Overwatch character, and it's Hawk and Ash, and just trying to see them get along and get together, and it's been funny, and they seem to be getting along a lot better now.
Nice.
Nice.
I saw your album thing on I guess not album thing, but whatever you post the video, that you covered on TikTok.
Yeah,
you did. It was like, man, are you trying to make a horror thing? What's going on?
Yeah, no, that's what I was going for.
Okay, because it was your dog just sitting there, and you did some weird color changing, color switching, glitchy stuff. I was like, man, is he trying to scare people? What's going on here?
No, because I released an instrumental called Demon Time because everybody loves my dog Hawk. They love her. They're like, oh my God, she's so cute. People will literally stop me and my partner and be like, your puppy is so cute. It's amazing. Yeah. And I'm like, if only you all could see behind
the
closed doors whenever she gets energy. And you can just catch her. If you ever come down here and you just see her, just sometimes dogs have this thing sometimes where they kind of are just looking at you. And I don't know what they're thinking about. And her eyes, I'm like, this is kind of scary. And so it's funny, when I shot the video, I just had her sit here and on my couch here in the studio. And I was shooting the little video, and I wanted it to be like that. It came out perfect. It came out exactly how I wanted it. And I was like, this is so funny. Because I had people on social media sites DMing me, and they're like, oh my God, your dog looks so scary.
Yeah, it was unnerving. I will say, I was like, man, this is weird. Because I was half asleep. It was one of those I took a nap, I woke up, and I'm just in bed scrolling through stuff, and I popped up and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why is this all there? Oh, it's Ell. And so I was just confused for a second.
It's so funny. So it made me laugh so hard. And so, but it was just promotion for the instrumental I released today. It made me laugh, but she's a lovable dog. It's just sometimes you're kind of
dogs are.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I'll be like, are you going to kill me one day? Are you?
Wait till you get a cat. The cats, man.
Oh boy.
Cats, they stare at you in your sleep, and you'll wake up to them in your face okay. I mean, I wake up to my dogs.
It's so crazy that cats do that.
But cats have no shame about it either.
That's so funny.
Dogs, when you wake up, they'll look away from you. Cats, they just stare at you like, I'm gonna You woke up at the right time because I was about to murder you.
Oh my
you caught
gosh.
me in the act.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, I wanted to ask you real quick to like backtrack real quick. Where can people go to find this project that you worked on for the mental health stuff? Like, where can they go to listen in, watch, and all that?
Yeah, they can go to, if you go to on Instagram, go to Amplify Art. That's their username, and on there it's their website that takes you, because it was I want to say a group of 10 artists and 10 musicians that are part of this project, and each of them focuses on something different. And so if you go on Instagram, look up Amplify Art, spelled just as it sounds, Amplify Art, they'll come up, and you go on there and they have a link, and there's a bunch of posts that they posted already since they started, I think at the beginning of February. So you'll see a bunch of their art on there, and then you'll find me among them.
Okay. Are they releasing stuff like throughout the month of February?
Yeah. So it'll be, I think it's every month, or excuse me, every week they're releasing a post with the music. What's cool about it, to show them, is that, so they're posting on social media, but they also created a VR place for it where you can go into the VR world and see the art and hear the music that goes along with it, almost like an art museum. And so if you go on their website, on the Instagram site on there, it'll take you a link. They should have information on there.
That's awesome. Is there a specific VR headset that you need, or is it all?
I'm not too sure actually. I think I'm not too sure actually, unfortunately.
I'm assuming like Oculus, which is the main one, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that information. Check that out, everybody. Now, Ell, what you been playing? What has your week been?
So, because I've been helping raise a dog, I haven't had too much time to dive into like heavy, deep story stuff. Yeah. I did try to dive back into Deathloop, but I just got super busy. Mostly Vampire Survivor. Been playing a lot of that. Of course, Overwatch. We've been playing Overwatch. And then I want to say, let me see. Can I actually look real quick? No, I think it was just really, to be honest, those two. Oh, and Slay the Spire, of course. And so just stuff to kind of like get in and get out. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Nice. Yeah, I've been busy this week, but I have been making time for a little game called Hogwarts Legacy. I'm enjoying it. We're gonna here in a little bit. We're gonna talk about some stuff with it. But outside of that, I'm doing a Dead Space Impossible playthrough, Impossible Plasma Cutter only playthrough. Yeah, enjoying it. I love Dead Space, so I'm just gonna I love Dead Space. Go check out my review. We reviewed it. It released last Friday, so go check it out.
People are liking the review. Check out the review too.
Yeah, and then I've been playing a game called Stranded: Alien Dawn on my streams. It's an early access survival sim game where you get a little cast of characters and you crash land on an alien planet and you try to build up your community and try to survive on this planet. It's early access. There's a little bit of jank to it, but this past Sunday when I was streaming it, I tamed an animal. They just recently came out with an update where you can tame animals, and so I tamed like a raptor. I tamed a dinosaur. And so that's how my stream ended this past Sunday, was me taming this dinosaur. And then I was like, well, I'll figure out what to do with this next weekend. So tomorrow when I stream it, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with it. I did name the raptor after my dog, Alistair, though. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about today. We have Hogwarts Legacy Review Roundup. We have Overwatch Season 3 news to talk about. We're going to go over the Nintendo Direct. And then at the end, because we're going to keep a Nintendo theme for the topic, the big topic. It's not even a big topic. It's just for a fun topic at the end of the show. We're going to create a Nintendo super team because the world is in danger and we need Nintendo to save us. So we're going to create a Nintendo super team. Elle's going to pick 5 characters. I'm going to pick 5 characters. And there's some rules that I've applied to it, but we're going to create a Nintendo Super Team. It'll be fun. But before we get into all that, let us talk about Hogwarts Legacy Review Roundup. Currently, it is sitting at an 85 on OpenCritic, which is higher than I was expecting. I was expecting 76 to 80. In all honesty, I was expecting 75 to 80. I thought it was going to be a decent game. I didn't think it was going to review nearly as high, especially with the controversy around it with J.K. Rowling and trans rights and all that. I was not expecting Hogwarts Legacy to review well. With that said, I want to just preface this. buying Hogwarts Legacy does put money in the pocket of J.K. Rowling. So if that is not comfortable for you, if you do not want to support J.K. Rowling in any way, do not buy this game. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. Hard stop. Do not buy the game if you do not feel comfortable supporting J.K. Rowling and her views, because she does get royalties from this, and she uses it for not good things. So just keep that in mind. So I have two reviews here from I have a review from IGN and a review from Destructoid that I think kind of highlights like the range that folks are reviewing this on. There's a little bit lower scores. I've seen a couple of 6s floating around, but for the most part, it's getting 6 and higher. Most of the scores are getting 8 to 9s. Over on IGN, Travis Northup gave it a 9 out of 10 and had this to say about it. And so in nearly every way, Hogwarts Legacy is the Harry Potter RPG I've always wanted to play. Its open world adventure captures all the excitement and wonder of the Wizarding World with its memorable new characters, challenging and nuanced combat, and a wonderfully executed Hogwarts student fantasy that kept me glued to my controller for dozens of hours. It's certainly weighed down by by technical issues, a lackluster main story, and some poor enemy variety. But even those couldn't come close to breaking its enchanting spell over me. Before I jump into the next review, I want to say, like, I agree with a lot of this, just a lot of what Travis said. There's a lot of technical issues, even like I'm running into them right now. I'm getting a lot of pop-in when I'm traveling around. They made an update that kind of like eases off on some of these technical issues, so you may have a smoother time. It was a day one update. I'm still having a little bit of issues. I will say the more I've played of it, the more I realize just it's kind of repetitive. The combat, as fun as the combat is, it is reaching a point for me where I'm just like, I don't want to do this fight. Please, come on. Can I just move on from this? Because it's like, it is the same enemies. There's not a wide range of enemies that you fight. But it is fun. It is enjoyable. However, I'm a little bit lower on it. I'm like in between this one and the next review that I'm about to read from Destructoid's Chris Carter, who gave it a 7 out of 10. I pulled 2 quotes from those from the article. So this is the first one. When the game chills out, it's easy to just settle into this world, which is more expansive than I expected it to be. A large swath of the land beyond Hogwarts is playable, and there are some genuinely interesting side quests to find, with the option to fast travel or fly/ride around on a small subset of mounts. The big ones are a broom and a hippogriff. At one point, I flew around for roughly 3 hours and didn't do any actual objectives at all. I can't remember the last time I did that in an open world game.
Wow.
This has been my experience playing through it as well, where especially when I got the hippogriff and the broom and like could travel around and stuff, I have spent probably more time just exploring.
Yeah.
Not really doing any side quests, not really doing any of the main storyline. I'm just flying around, looking in every nook and cranny. There's caves to explore. There's little hidden nooks and crannies and stuff. And it's kind of amazing just like how much they've crammed into this world. It's a lot more than I was expecting. I completely agree with this, that there's so much depth to it that I was not expecting, that it captures this world, the Wizarding World, so well. Chris Carter goes on to say, Hogwarts Legacy is a sometimes unremarkable open world game that's severely uplifted by its dedication to the best parts of the source material. It's one of the most atmospheric IP-based games I've ever played, which makes it all the stranger that a lot of the mechanical foundations feel like it's from the late 2000s. I agree. There are some weird things that makes it feel like it's a Zelda game stuck in like a GameCube era where you're trying to manipulate things and solve this puzzle and stuff, but it's still fun. But yeah, so with these two, these are like kind of the polar opposites in the review, where Travis seems to be more praising for it, where Chris is a little bit more down on it. I'm like in the middle of them. There's a lot of stuff that I'm enjoying about the game. I think both highlight some really good parts of the game and some of the negative side of it. The open world, I will say, I think the open world is remarkable for what they've achieved with the source material and bringing this Hogwarts and Hogsmeade and the surrounding areas to life and just capturing that feel. So I do kind of push back against the idea that it's unremarkable. I think it is remarkable and what they've achieved with it. but yeah, overall though, like it is a fun game, but there are technical issues and it does get repetitive really fast. One of the big things that neither one of these really highlighted, Travis did, is that the characters are fantastic. Like a lot of these characters that you meet, like your professors that you meet as a student and even like meeting fellow students, a lot of them feel awesome. Like they're colorful characters. They're lively. They some of them are kind of assholes to you. That's part of the course. But they're just generally like some very cool, fun characters to interact with. Like not just like the ones that you meet in Hogwarts, but the ones you meet in Hogsmeade and the ones that you become your adversaries and stuff like that. So there's a lot of fun, awesome characters. And another thing that I really like too is the humor in this game is really on point. It's British humor. So if British humor doesn't like fly with you, then it's probably not going to resonate with you. But a lot of times it gave me playing the game and hearing like people talk and like just running around gave me Fable vibes. If you've played Fable, so like, yeah, it's that's one of the things that highlighted for me. I was like, oh yeah, this feels like Fable, and that made me enjoy it even more. So, but yeah, overall, I am like in between these two reviews. Again, I'm surprised at how well it's reviewing. Right now, it's sitting at overwhelmingly positive on Steam, and that's out of like 11,000 reviews. I want to double check that. It might have changed in like the last hour since I checked. So yeah, overwhelmingly positive out of 18,000 reviews. So it's getting upwards of 20,000, close to 20,000 now on there. But I will say there's so much to like explore. There's so many side quests. There's these little like, this is not really a spoiler because it gives you like right at the beginning of the game, you have this journal that you have to fill out. And you find these pages throughout the world, throughout Hogwarts, throughout Hogsmeade. And like, it's just fun, like finding those little pages because they give you so much like lore information about certain sections of the game and stuff. So it gives you a lot of information. And it's also giving you hints towards things that are coming, towards things that you need to know, like how to defeat an enemy, even though you haven't met that enemy yet, but you found the page that tells you how to beat them and stuff. So yeah, it's just cool. It's a fun game. But again, the stance is do not buy this game if you do not feel comfortable supporting J.K. Rowling. And I will stand by that statement. I bought it because I wanted to play it and review it. But otherwise, I would not have even put Hogwarts Legacy on my radar beyond that if I didn't want to review it. So,
gotcha.
Just rambled for a good chunk there. Catching my breath. That's here. Okay. What are your thoughts with Hogwarts Legacy from what you've seen?
From what I'd seen, the world looks interesting. Like it, because I think me and you talked about this before in a previous episode, where this is a game that it was kind of up in the air for me. I didn't. It was either gonna be good and people were gonna like it, or it was just gonna fall flat. And so I wasn't too sure what to expect. Because it was like I was seeing mixed things of like people saying who are playing it early, like, oh, it's kind of lackluster here or there, or the gameplay just isn't smooth and things like that. But to my surprise, like you said, just mostly, I'd say not all, but I think there's an overwhelming, like you said, positive review of the game. From what I've seen of other streamers who have played it, or just like clips of people playing it, the world looks fascinating. Like it looks interesting just to be able to fly around. Interacting with things and just the choices that you're allowed to make in here make it fascinating, and it gives you just like a variety of options to choose of which path you want to take to being good or being bad. And it's been all over my social media feeds and stuff like that just because people have been playing it that much. Overall it is interesting. I do think I will try it. I don't know how soon I'll try it, but maybe eventually I'll get to it. But it seems like it's a fun game to play.
My dog is eating a box right now, y'all. Just, come here, Morg. Give me the box. Sorry, I have to stop the podcast because he's trying to eat a box. Okay.
But yeah, no, it seems interesting. I wonder, I don't know if you might know this, but did they say that would they be adding like a multiplayer feature?
Probably not. This very much feels like single player. That does not feel like there's any. I mean, maybe like dueling. Maybe they'll add like a DLC for like dueling or something. But like the story itself, like the open world stuff, feels very much like it's single player. But maybe they could add like a multiplayer, like arena mode where you come in equipped, your wizard's equipped with your, the gear that you get in the game, and then your loadout for your spells and stuff. Maybe that could happen, but this is very much a single player game.
Okay. Interesting. But okay, cool. Well, overall, like I said, maybe I'll get to it eventually later on, but from what I've seen, it looks really cool and interesting.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, you're not a Harry Potter person, right? You're not.
No, not really. I know my sister was, and I watched a couple of the movies, but I just never really fully got into it. I got lost somewhere along after the Goblet of Fire or something like that. And so
do you know which one that is? Do you know what number that is?
I'm going to get, I think isn't that the third book?
Nope. It's the fourth. You were close. You were close. You were close. It's the fourth. It's the fourth book. I'm a big Potterhead. I've talked about this before. Harry Potter was a comfort for me when I was in middle school and high school. So it's like I grew up with it.
Interesting.
So moving on from Hogwarts Legacy, unless there's anything else you want to add, Elle.
No, just, hey, like you said, to reiterate what you were saying, Jesus, that if for people who are watching or listening, if you don't feel comfortable supporting this, because like you said earlier, and you mentioned J.K. Rowling will be receiving royalties from this. And if you don't feel comfortable because of the stance that which she believes in, then please don't support the game. Just the best thing that people can do if they don't want to, I guess for the lack of better words, add to this or support her, is to don't even look at it. Don't support it. Don't watch it. Don't do any of that. Just put your money where where your stance is. And so that's the best thing they can do. And then also, support organizations or charities that do support trans rights and give the money there to them, because, that's the best thing that you can do.
Yep. All right. Moving on to Overwatch Season 3. They have Overwatch Season 3 just started this past Tuesday. I still need to buy the Season Pass. I'm not going to be able to buy the Season Pass until next week. But they have a huge blog post that I'm actually was surprised at how lengthy this blog post is. Yeah. They cover a lot of information from balancing to the events that are coming up to features. But Elle, take it away. Our resident master of Overwatch, who's a pro Overwatch player.
Well, everybody, as you know, I'm a big avid player of Overwatch. Regardless of how angry or upset I might get at times, I still love that game. So Season 3 has just started. Of course, there's the Premium Pass and the I forgot, it's Premium and something else. I can't remember what it's called. There's a Premium Pass and a Secondary Pass, whatever.
Isn't it just the Watch Point Pass or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah. And there's a lot of updates here. So I'll go through a couple of this blog post here from Blizzard. They introduced a new map here that I haven't played yet. I can't believe I haven't played it yet.
I haven't seen it either. I was surprised. I was like, huh, where's this coming from?
Exactly. So this map is the Antarctic Peninsula control map. And it's basically a part of, you really don't play the other match that they mentioned in the blog post, Echo Point, which is basically, we played it once when they were doing the Christmas theme of snowball fights. And that's where you mostly play it, because it's this very, everybody's on each side, almost like a Call of Duty type of map. But they made a new map, the Antarctic Peninsula. It seems pretty cool from other streamers or other people that I follow on subscribe to YouTube. They played on it. It looks really cool. It actually feels like, the one thing that I've heard about this map is that it feels very different than any other map that they've played on, because of how open the map is. So you kind of have to move differently, and you have to be quick about it on this map. So the pace of the game feels different and faster. Okay. And so that's pretty cool. They've included a bunch of new skins that I'll go through here. And whenever you start up the game, if you're into Overwatch, you'll see that Kiriko is the main person that you see. She has this really cool mythic skin. And basically, she kind of looks like a goddess almost. I don't know how to describe it, with a yellow crown on the mask that's covering her. And it's it's based off of I hope I'm saying this right, Amaterasu. Amaterasu. So it's based off of that, and she looks really cool. That's one of the ones that you can get through the Premium Battle Pass if you buy into that. I'll talk about another really cool that people really love in the Overwatch community is that Doomfist is getting a One Punch Man skin that'll be available between March 7th through April 6th. Mm-hmm. And if you look it up, he has like the cape, he has the suit, everything that One Punch Man has. And it'll be available through themed challenges. And it's like, he looks super cool. It actually is perfect for him, of course, being Doomfist, One Punch Man. Another one that will be
I have a quick question for you. Kind of sidetrack here.
Mm-hmm.
With this One Punch Man team up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pose this question now. We're going to do it right now. What other team ups, mashups do you want to see? Because this opens the gate for them to this is something we talked about like before Overwatch 2 dropped, like way back in October, like before October. We talked about like, could they go the route of Fortnite where they team up and like bring in like different costume sets for like characters, and like we're seeing that now with One Punch Man. Just having that costume. Could you see like them doing one for like Goku or maybe they when Jedi Survivor drops, they do like a team up with Jedi. I don't think that would happen because that's EA and Activision Blizzard. But you get what I'm saying, like what IPs could you see them like continuing on? Like, do you think this will become a normal thing like going forward? Do you think we'll see more mashups like this?
I think we will slowly but surely. I'm pretty sure they're going to. One thing I saw earlier on YouTube, I think if I remember, I'm hoping I want to credit the right channel, the Your Overwatch, where they kind of were talking about this. Anime is a big thing amongst people who play Overwatch after they surveyed hundreds of players. Mm-hmm. And so my thing is, what would be cool, I could easily see them. I don't think it needs to be just like every anime, kind of like how Fortnite does it. You don't need to do everything. Just pick a select few. It'd be cool. I was automatically thinking of like, I don't know, maybe some My Hero Academia. I mean, easily Doomfist could be All Might or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Or like, or All Might could be Reinhardt. He seems more like an All Might. That would be cool. I'm trying to think of all animes. Spy X Family.
May could be what's her name? The floaty girl.
The which one?
The floaty girl. The one that likes Deku. The one that likes Deku. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember her name.
Junkrat could be Bakugo.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's like it's like endless to like types because there's so many good animes. It'd be cool if I don't know. What if you did like some sort of like Gundam and Echo is like a Gundam skin or something like that? She's a robot or Risa's a Gundam.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird, but because Gundams are supposed to be huge, but
they are. You're trying.
I mean, it could work. Like it could work though. Even like it could just be like a color pattern too, and like just like face like transformation.
Exactly. So
Soldier already has skins that look like Power Rangers. So
exactly. Yeah, he basically does. I'm trying to think of like another anime that's just like widely popular. Nothing comes to mind. Really, it's just like the Attack on Titan. But I'm like, who's going to be a Titan? Like, or who's going to... I don't know. But
we could get Naruto or something and Bleach.
Of course, that's what I was thinking. But I was like, who would be who?
But I'm sure smarter people than us will be on this and trying to make it work.
Exactly. So it's interesting, but this is cool. Like the first the One Punch Man skin is a step in the right direction, I think. I just think as long as they're selective with the animes, they could, to be honest, they could really gain fan favoritism if they did something like to survey, like, hey, what's your favorite anime or something like that, or do
what's an IP that you could use. Yeah,
exactly. And then just you kind of appeal to that, and people will like want to get that, whether they get it through the battle system or earn currency through it to be able to buy it in the shop. And so that's like another thing I wanted to talk on, where in season 3, it says here, though, there's going to be more rewards more often, meaning season 3 is going to improve on offering more rewards just for logging in and playing. Because, of course, if you've played season 2 or season 1, a lot of gripe with Blizzard was that it was almost like damn near like impossible to buy things just by playing the game in the shop. Like you actually literally had to spend money to buy it. And so they're saying here, You can look forward to 10 additional tiers of rewards on the free track, which if you're not buying the battle pass, as well as 1,500 credits to earn and spend as you please in the hero gallery. So, whether that's skins, highlight intros, poses, emotes, things like that. And then also for the premium track, they've added another 500 credits that you can earn as well. So in total, that'll be 2,000 for that. Okay. They've brought back 300 total of epic and legendary hero skins from the original Overwatch. So if you missed out on an old skin, you'll be able to buy it, purchase it from the shop. They've also lowered legendary skins, which were 1,900 credits to 1,500. And I think that's about it for the rewards part. I did want to mention another thing because this is coming up. There's a event coming up starting February 13th through the 28th, which is Love Overwatch Dating Sim.
They're coming out with a dating sim.
Yeah,
this is my life. I still need to play the Dead by Daylight dating sim. I remember that. Anyways.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I still need to play that. I bought it. I still haven't played it yet. Anyways.
That's hilarious. So the dating simulator is basically let me read it here. Loverwatch is a non-canon text-based dating sim where players will choose between two potential dating paths, Mercy or Genji.
Why can't
players
I have both?
Will be presented with dialogue options to interact with that hero and will be assisted by Cupid, who looks suspiciously like Hanzo. Unlock the secret ending and they'll be rewarded with a themed play of the game highlight. So
nice.
That'll be interesting. And that's available on February 13th there.
Is that going to be the only... Do you think there's going to be other thing? I mean, it doesn't mention it, but do you think there's going to be other rewards for completing it? Or is it just going to be the secret ending, do you think?
I think the secret ending probably. I think that might be it. I'm not too sure about anything else, but from what they say, maybe, hopefully. I hope so.
Yeah. I'm just interested in this because this seems stupid and I love it.
Yeah, and for those wondering, if you're wondering how long it says here, how long the playthrough is for the dating sim, it says here it's roughly 30 minutes. So yeah, it's just 30 minutes, just an episode of whatever TV show or whatever.
Yeah, and you have until the 20. You have February 14th of the 28th to complete it and all that.
Play it. Yep. And then let me see. Let me go. Oh, they're also bringing back. I don't know how to say this character that's in Overwatch, Pachimachi, or
Pachimachi.
Yeah, and so I'll read this here from the blog. It says Pachimachi is back with a new limited time kill confirmed game mode and tons of rewards, including an epic skin, 6 Pachimachi player icons, a weapon charm, and a name card. Claim a Pachimachi Roadhog player icon just logging in during the event. And complete theme challenges to earn an epic Pachimachi Roadhog skin before the event ends on April 4th. That event doesn't start till March 21st, so we still have a whole month. But it's the skin, if you've never seen it, it's just like Roadhog. He kind of looks like a little kid. He has a little spinny hat with a bunch of Pachimachi, and he's just like all over it.
Oh, there's the little onion things or whatever the hell they are.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was like, what is that?
They're scattered all over the place every now and then, and there's dialogue. I think it's I want to say it's Mercy. It might not be Mercy. It might be somebody else that's like, oh, those things are cute or something. I've heard the voiceover lines for it before.
Exactly. Yeah. The last few things here from the update. So, for those who like watching Overwatch, the Overwatch League and things like that, they're having the Overwatch World Cup celebration, which is 36 countries participating to win the World Cup for Overwatch. So that'll be cool. That starts. I'm trying to see if it says here. It doesn't. I don't think it says here. It'll.
It doesn't say. Yeah. If you click on that link, it tells you.
Oh.
So. Yeah, you have to go to a completely new thing. It's the week. It's going to be over 3 weekends: February 10th to 12th, February 17th, 19th, February 24th, 26th. So the next 3 weekends, basically, starting this weekend, and then they'll come together in a finalizing team of 7 players by April and all of that. So
okay, cool. So
they're doing the World Cup trials this weekend, next weekend, and the weekend after, and then forming teams throughout March for a competition of team of 7 in April. So
nice, cool. So that'll be cool if you're into watching Overwatch. Be on the lookout for that because that's always something. Every now and then I'll tune in to see what's going on for the Overwatch League. But another last 2 things.
I have one more thing to just point out here. this makes me incredibly happy because I'm Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican is one of the countries. Puerto Rico is one of the countries.
Whoa.
Puerto Rico. I didn't realize Puerto Rico was that, or Overwatch was that popular in Puerto Rico. I was about to say, I didn't realize Puerto Rico was that popular in Overwatch, but hey.
That's hilarious.
But hey, that's cool. Hilarious. Anyways, I just thought that was cool because you normally don't see Puerto Rico listed on things like this. Anyways.
Very true. That is very true. Well, there you go. The workshop is returning, and as well as moderation tools to make sure it's make everything go smooth. So the workshop is basically players being able to create custom games and game modes in Overwatch. So they didn't have it for the first 2 seasons. And then now they're bringing it back because one, if you weren't playing Overwatch 1, sometimes you would every now and then catch something that was inappropriate, like as far as like a custom game, whether it be the title or just the game mode. So in bringing back the workshop, now what they've included is a new moderation technology or tool that's going to automatically remove custom games containing inappropriate titles or content, along with issuing restrictions or actioning accounts of those who create and post those games. And so basically, anybody who is just posting inappropriate things or things that just should not be said in the titles or anything like that will be reported, because they're trying to make this space safer for just people to play the game.
Just out of curiosity, like when you say inappropriate, were people like putting like saying, I would assume they were saying horrible things, and then were they like putting like pornographic things in like the games or something, like that sort of thing? Or?
They were, just things like that, and then just kind of like doing like, I guess from what I remember, it was like dating sims that just didn't really were inappropriate. Okay. From what I do remember, because I only hopped in every now and then to do aim trainer or aim arena, where you get to practice your aim. But those types of games, the ones that were inappropriate, a lot of the time, from what I remember, I could be incorrect, but they weren't like, they had a system to where they would put the most popular and then they would put the least popular. I didn't see them at the most popular ever too often, really.
Okay.
And then also just people being toxic in there too. Yeah. And so there's just a lot of stuff like that. So. The last thing that I'll say here about the update is that they've also Blizzard has also started to do streamer mode. They include streamer mode and accessibility improvements. So streamer mode is for those who stream Overwatch, like on Twitch, just YouTube, wherever you can stream, where you can hide your name and you can hide the people's names that you're playing with. So because sometimes people will get stream sniped and they'll try to get into the game that they're in and try to smurf or just do a bunch of things like that. So if you decide to stream it, you have the option to turn on streamer mode, which will protect you from those watching. So that way, one, they can't kind of like see what level or see where you're at to potentially try to get into the game. And it just protects you a lot more from being stream sniped and being able to enjoy the game if you decide to stream it, Also here, I'll say here for the some of the several accessibility improvements are improved subtitle options to allow for text scalability, character portrait icons, speaker name, text color changes, background color changes, and subtitle preview. Also added the ability to change the mouse cursor size on PC, and then added a setting to select custom colors for group and alerts in the UI user interface, which can be previewed before saving for easier setup. So it's a whole lot of an update. Also a bunch of balances and reworks for characters and stuff to try to make things a lot more fun if you're into playing competitive or just quick play. And so there's so much in this update. So
there's, like I said, there's a lengthy post that links to other articles, like even with like the balancing things. They just mention the balancing and then it's like, go here if you want to see the full list of balance stuff. It's like, yeah, they send you so many different places, but there was a lot of information thrown out at you here. So does this have you excited for season 3 and beyond? Like if they're going to do releases like this consistently now, like every season? Because I do feel like season 1 and 2 were kind of, I'm not going to say they lacked content, but they didn't feel like as meaty as this seems. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. I say this really gets me more excited to play it because I've been playing it. I played it earlier today and just this past week, and it seems like they're trying. They're trying to bring more content, listen to the players, and try to make the experience of playing more enjoyable. Because compared to season 1 was very rocky, of course, with the release of the early access. Season 2 was kind of like less rocky, but it still felt a little like what's going on. Sure, we got new characters, and that's cool and all, but gameplay wise, it was just like what's really going on. And then just like with the reworks to the way of playing, the what am I trying to think of? The rework to I can't think of the word because we spoke about this. Blitz talks about this.
Matchmaking?
Matchmaking.
Yeah.
Trying to improve the matchmaking to where you're actually, it's not one-sided all the time. And like it's still every now and then. I played matches earlier today and like the rest of the week where it felt a little one-sided, but it wasn't as much. It felt actually more balanced for me. Yeah. Where I'm like, oh, this is actually an even match. So it was like more exciting, had a lot more fun. And so that's definitely gonna be like constant. You say what?
For us, like just playing this past Wednesday, I will say like we played 6 matches, we won 4, lost 2, and like the 4 matches we won, every single one of them was like very, very close. The last 2 matches weren't close at all for some reason, but it was just interesting, like just how intense it got. Especially like one of them, there was a lot of back and forth with one of them. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like, man, we're gonna lose. No, we're gonna win. We got this. It was
exactly.
It was like edge of our seat stuff, like which made it more intense and fun. So.
Exactly. And so it's been improved, and I can see that personally from like my playing. And so I'm enjoying it. And so like, I just want to keep playing it, and I look forward to see what else they got coming.
Yeah, I am too. I'm excited to see where they can go. I hope they like do blog posts like this every time. Do you want to see like, do you want to see like more roadmap-y type things at all for like season 4, 5, 6?
Definitely. I think the more that they kind of map out and show like the player base of where they're heading or where they're going, I think the happier that they'll be to be like, okay, so this is where we're going. This is what you're going to do as far as like, for example, like the next thing that I'm waiting on is they've already teased it. They're teased a new support. They haven't said exactly who it is or anything like that yet, but like what they did for when it first launched, they're like, here's what's happening season 1, here's what's happening season 2. And then after like season 3, I think it kind of like, there'll be more and more. They didn't really get specific. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they were working on a bunch of stuff, but the more that they do that and just kind of like, talk to the community, like they've been doing with these blog posts, and tell them, just keep them updated. I think what the community just wants is just to be kept in the know, instead of like just left in the dark and we'll tell you when we tell you, whereas they're like, because some of the things that I've seen is that some of the devs from Overwatch have been on like podcasts of popular streamers who play Overwatch and talk to them about what's going on and what plans that they have. And that's pretty cool, because that way people get to hear from them directly. Like, this is what we're working on. This is the reason why we did these things. This is the reason why we made these choices for, the gameplay experience. And just to hear that, I think that's very helpful to keep the community happy and like hopeful.
Yeah, I agree. I'm anxious to see more they go, because like, I've been out of touch with Overwatch forever, and now I've been getting back into it partly because of you, but like I'm just interested in the direction Overwatch 2 is going, and I'm anticipating the PvE aspect.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they grow and what more they can do. I've been having a blast so far. So yeah. Oh yeah. Now, time for the big news. The more important news, the news that shaped the week. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just making shit up. But we have the Nintendo Direct. There was a Nintendo Direct on Wednesday this past week. And boy, oh boy, there was a lot of games. There was a lot of games that got shown off. And I'm going to play the trailer here. But there was a lot that got shown off, and so we're going to start with the lovely, beautiful game called Pikmin. Pikmin, yes. The Nintendo Direct started off with Pikmin. Pikmin 4 looks incredible. It just looks awesome. I've recently played Tinykin. I've talked about Tinykin before. Yeah. Tinykin is basically Pikmin. And it just made like seeing the trailer for Pikmin 4 made me go, God, man, I had so much fun with Tinykin. I cannot wait to play Pikmin.
Yeah.
Like I'm so excited. It looks adorable, looks great, visually looks great, gameplay looks awesome. Like I'm excited for this. Is coming out sometime this year, right? So
yeah,
and
in June, if I remember right.
Yeah, and it's just like it looks beautiful too. Like just watching this trailer, it's one of those things. Like I look at this and I'm people like complain about how Nintendo games look and run and stuff, and I'm like, this looks great. This runs great. This looks beautiful to watch. I mean, it's one thing to watch and not actually play. I'm sure like when we get our hands, there might be some like, maybe frame drops and stuff. But even like still just from this trailer, like watching this right now, this looks incredible. Like exactly. I'm just like, I want to play oh my God, this.
I was gonna, to kind of switch it up. It's actually July 21st is when it's coming out.
July 21st. Okay. So yeah, we got a while ago. Like the Pikmin-y things look adorable as hell. Looks like there's some new powers that they have and stuff too. Were you ever a Pikmin fan? Did you ever play the original ones?
I played the original one, the first one, which I enjoyed a lot, but then I missed out on 2 and 3. But I enjoyed it from what I remember for the first one that I played.
Yeah.
Were you big into it?
Oh yeah, I love Pikmin. I played every single one of them except for the Wii U version. I think the Wii U was the last one that came out. Hold on, let me check. Let me double check. I just clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry. Pikmin 3. Was Pikmin 3 on the Switch? I guess Pikmin 3 was on the Switch.
Was it? I thought it wasn't. I thought it wasn't on the Switch.
It was on the Switch.
Interesting.
I'm dum. Okay, I haven't played Pikmin 3. I've played Pikmin 1 and 2. I have not played Pikmin 3. But yeah, so like I'm a big fan of Pikmin though. I liked 1 and 2. I'll probably go pick up 3 now that I know. But I'm definitely going to play this. Like this is falling into the summertime where there's not too much coming out. I mean, I'll probably be playing Diablo around that time, but yeah. Like Pikmin 4 though looks fantastic. I'm excited about it. The next game they moved on to was Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass DLC. I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles at all, but I know people who love Xenoblade Chronicles, and so I'm sure they're excited. Xenoblade Chronicle looks dope. Like they have a cool aesthetic, and like if you're into JRPGs, this is a J-ass RPG. Like this has everything that you would expect from a JRPG. But yeah, it's cool to see that they are getting support, that they're going to get a bunch of extra goodies and new story things, new characters, and all that stuff. So that's really cool to see that support. Are you gonna invest the hundreds of hours you need into Xenoblades?
No, probably not. Unfortunately,
why not?
That's so much time. I still have to get into Persona, and so.
Oh yeah, Persona's better in my opinion. This is me never playing Xenoblade though. So yeah. I'm just a Persona fanboy at that point. But yeah, it looks cool though. Like again, I do want to play Xenoblade at some point. Recently, I want to say like a week or two ago, they showed Nintendo showed off their game voucher pass. I don't know if you saw this, Ell, where you can for the price you can get 2 games for the price of $100. So because their games are like $60, $70. So now you can get 2 of their games from their catalog. It's specific games from their catalog. You have to but like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 are all part of that. So I was like, maybe I'll get Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 through the game voucher. I don't know, but we'll see. Because I was also thinking of, I haven't bought Fire Emblem Engage yet, so maybe I'll get Fire Emblem Engage.
Oh, well, there you go.
And then there was this weird game here. I didn't mention this game, but I don't know what this is. This is weird.
Is this
I don't like
the
it.
Amigo?
Yeah. Is this a normal game for people? Like, is this an actual like?
Yeah, this is
people
like
love this game?
Like it's basically like a rhythm game, and so it's just like got good music, and they're bringing it back. And so I remember like the older ones, but I don't think I've personally ever played one. But I know I've seen them. I know that monkey. So
I've never seen this before, so that's why I didn't include it. But hey, if you say people like it, that's a second game. The next game up, this one, like I'm surprised at how I've been seeing a lot of discourse about Fashion Dreamer.
Really?
I've seen a lot of people say this looks awesome. And I'm not going to lie, it got me. I'm kind of into this. I don't know why it's got me. I don't know why I'm interested in this, but I kind of dig it. Like, I dig the art style. And like, this was one of the longer trailers in this showcase as well, in this direct.
Really?
Yeah, they showed off a lot of customization and stuff for it. I'm like, wow. Sorry, my dog is going crazy right now. I don't know what he's doing. But like, this looks cool. Like, the art style looks awesome. Like, it's endearing. Am I actually going to play it and buy it and play it? Probably not, but it looks cool, you know? So here you go.
Hilarious.
I just wanted to point out, I was like, this one seems cool. Next up is another one that is near and dear to people's hearts. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania. This is mashing up the very popular roguelike Dead Cells with Castlevania. People have been wanting more Castlevania content. And this kind of got special. This was announced a while ago, and it was surprised everybody because nobody was expecting this sort of like team up between Dead Cells and Castlevania. But like, this looks awesome.
It does. It looks really cool.
I'm not the biggest person into roguelikes or anything like that, and I never really played Dead Cells. I played it for like maybe an hour and then never went back to it. Like I say, this looks dope. I'm not the biggest Castlevania fan, but like, I just like this team up, this mashup. And yeah, you know,
I like the art style in there. The art style is very interesting, very Castlevania like, and so it looks really dope.
Yeah, then Tron something got shown off. Who cares? Next up was the Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Cereza. This is the one that took us by surprise at the Game Awards, where we're like, man, this looks weird. This is very different from Bayonetta, from like the actiony Bayonetta, because they're like doing like a Japanese RPG, or is this side scrolling? I can't remember. We'll see here in a second. But like it's like a Japanese RPG adventure type game, and like the artwork, absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is just beautiful. Like, the art style is just beautiful and so different from just what you would associate with Bayonetta, right?
Exactly.
Like, this looks incredible.
Yeah. I do like that they're going in this direction to kind of change up things, because, you know, Bayonetta, for those who don't know, is more like a Devil May Cry type of like fast-paced gaming style, and this one is completely different. And it looks interesting, and like the art style has changed up from the other Bayonetta games, and so it's interesting to see how this was. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks like it's going like a Zelda-y type route, but with like, I don't know, like, I guess, more Zelda adventure than RPG, but still, like, just like the art style, the creatures, cool. Like these like different creatures that you're using to like battle and stuff. It just looks awesome. Like, I may actually play this. This is something I may actually play. Like, originally I wasn't, but like what they showed off at the Game Awards, I was like, it looks fine. But like seeing this trailer that they had for this looked, it's gorgeous. I'm like enraptured by what they're doing here.
Exactly. Yeah.
So next up is Splatoon 3 expansion DLC. Now, I'm not a Splatoon person at all in any way, shape, or form, but I'm happy for those who love Splatoon. I'm happy that people love those squids, you know, or those inklings. What are they called? Are they called squids or inklings? I can't remember.
Or is it they're inklings, aren't they?
Inklings? I don't remember.
I think so.
This is why I don't play Splatoon. I don't know shit.
I don't play
Inkolopolis.
Wave
one. So I guess there are inklings, but they're like I'm happy that they're getting DLC. I'm happy that people are going to get to keep playing. I will say the game has an awesome art style. Like, the aesthetic for Splatoon is awesome. I just have not been able to get into it. I want to, but I just haven't been able to.
I'm the same way. I just haven't been able to get into it or anything like that. It seems like fun. You know, our friend Zach, he plays it a lot, and so
he plays it. He streams it a lot too, and So
nice.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Is that a fish? Fried fish? No.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't ask questions about Splatoon, because I've seen stuff in Splatoon where I'm just like, okay, cool. That dude's hair. Like, why? Why is that dude's hair? Why is that? How is that fashionable? Whatever. Is that an owl over there? I don't know. This game, I don't know. I can't make
crazy.
Are they at a concert? They're moving at like 30 frames a second.
Yeah, they're at a concert.
Oh my God. Do you think they're gonna go the route of was it Dota that has, or what is it League of Legends that has a music band based on like the characters and stuff? Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, is Splatoon going to go that route? Are they going to have a music band now? Looks like it. Anyways, Splatoon expansion pass DLC. That's exciting. That's cool for those who love it. And again, I'm happy for those who love it. So next up is Disney Illusion Island. This actually looks really cool too. I was surprised at how cool this looked. It's a side-scrolling platformery thing, and with Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, all of that. I thought this looks awesome. I was like, this looks really cool. I'm actually interested.
That was really cool.
Yeah, it's very like 90s cartoony inspired. It feels like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe more 2000s, but still, like the style is really cool.
Yeah, the animation looks really smooth and like, wow.
Yeah, you can play with 4 people. So,
nice.
Yeah, like I'm sure there's like online capabilities and stuff. I think this might be exclusive to Switch. It may not be though. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in the comments. But yeah, like I'm interested in playing this at least, like, because again, it looks cool. I'm not the biggest platformy person, but I'm willing to give this a try because, like, you know, it just looks cool. It looks fun. We'll see if it'll be fun. Oh my god, yeah. I hate things like that. They're showing like the little like lasers getting shot around and stuff right now on the trailer. For those who are audio listeners, but Disney Illusion Island, July 28th. Looks fantastic. So after that, they showed off Fire Emblem Engage expansion pass DLC. I have yet to play Engage. I do intend to buy it eventually because I love Fire Emblem, big Fire Emblem person. So, you know, I'm going to probably play this whenever I can. But yeah, I'm excited about this. More Fire Emblem stuff for people who love Fire Emblem. You know, it's Fire Emblem something. Ike, you get Ike. You know who Ike is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is he?
He's from Fire Emblem.
He's from Fire Emblem. You know, he's a
guy from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's fun though. I'm looking forward to it. Are you interested in playing like a proper Fire Emblem game?
Yeah, I know. When I saw what was it? Fire Emblem, the Engage one. I know I said that I wanted to try it. So
yeah,
maybe I'll give it a go on this one.
Yeah, available later today. So
what? No.
At the time. Next up was we're gonna skip a whole bunch of stuff. Here we are. We're at Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp.
Cool
so this is one of the original tactical RPGs in the vein of Fire Emblem. This is getting a complete remastered update. The cartoony style looks amazing. The gameplay actually looks awesome too. I'm incredibly excited about this. I cannot wait to play it. This game was meant to come out last year, but got delayed because of the war in Ukraine. It's coming out April 21st, so don't have to wait too long for Advance Wars. But it got delayed out of 2022 because of the stuff in Ukraine and all that, and which is a heartbreaker there. But yeah, next up is Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe.
Good old Kirby.
You know, I'm not a Kirby believer. I don't like Kirby games. I don't like Kirby games, but I'm glad for the people that do.
Kirby's
they're getting
fun. Kirby's a fun game.
They're getting a bonus level though that wasn't in the original stuff. So this little trailer that they're showing off right now was not. It's the Mangalore epilogue.
Mangalore.
I don't know. I remember seeing that name while I was watching the direct. I was like, that's a weird freaking name. Yeah. Mangalore. But they got a Mangalore episode extra stuff. I don't even know who this character is. Do you know who Mangalore is? I don't know who they are either. But I dug the name and I giggled and I can't stop laughing anytime I see the name. But it's platforming stuff. It looks fine. It's Kirby stuff. Are you excited to play this Kirby stuff at all? Are you going to play it at all?
Play Kirby
the Forgotten Land or whatever.
Yeah, and so I still have to play that because I remember playing Kirby games as I was growing up on the GameCube. Excuse me, and I had a blast with them. I thought they were pretty fun. Very simple, nothing too crazy. It was a lot of fun, and so I need to get back into it.
Yeah. Wow. I do want to give it a try because I did enjoy the demo of the Kirby game for the Switch. I did enjoy it, and I like all the reviews, for it last year were like glowing beyond belief. So I do want to give it a try, and I do intend to. But I don't know if I'm going to do this one because this is the side scrolling, whereas the one last year was, 3D platformy stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Like for some reason, I'm not the biggest fan of side scrolly things. Like it's really hard for me to get into side scrolly things. But yeah. Next up, the thing that theoretically would have stolen the show. They dropped the Nintendo Online. Nintendo has dropped Game Boy and Game Boy Advance emulators on the Switch. So now you can play some classic games on the Switch. Where's my Switch? I was just showing it off. I've been playing Tetris on my Switch because I'm a crazy person. That's one of the games on the Game Boy version. You know, I'm not playing Zelda. I'm not playing anything. I'm playing Tetris. Look at it. I play Tetris on my Switch. Why is that making me excited? I don't know. But they have a lot of games that they're going to, update games as well in the future. They have Mario, Super Mario Land. They have Zelda. They have Tetris. They had a whole bunch of other things on the Game Boy. They also had the Game Boy Advance, which has like Zelda Minish Cap. I can't remember all the games that are they have Paper Mario, right? Or Mario Luigi. Mario Luigi.
Yeah, Mario Luigi. They have the old Mario Kart.
They have the old Game Boy Mario Kart. Game Watch. But so they have like all these like classic games, and they're going to add more too. They showed off a little bit of what they plan to release later on, and like that includes Fire Emblem, more Mario games and stuff like that. They have Metroid. So yeah, like they dropped they dropped, and it was like a shadow drop almost, because they're like, and it's available after the show, which was awesome. I was like, yeah, Wario. Oh, they have Wario, the Wario Party games. What is it called? I can't remember what the WarioWare, right?
Yeah, WarioWare.
Yeah. They have that as well. Another Kirby game, Dreamland.
Yep.
Oh man, why is that tree crying? Did you see that tree crying?
Kirby beat him up.
God, Kirby, you monster. This is why I don't like Kirby. He beats up trees. What a loot jerk. They also nature. Yeah, he's anti-nature. Oh, they're gonna add Pokemon trading card game. They're gonna add Zelda Seasons and Ages as well. I remember playing those. Those are like some of the few Zelda games I like. And then over on the Game Boy Advance, like I said, they added a bunch of stuff as well. Let's scroll through this. Yeah, they have the WarioWare, the Pick Your Nose. I never understood WarioWare. I never understood these mini games. Like, I'm gonna be honest,
but they're so fun. I don't know.
Kurikin. I remember playing this a lot. Really? You're moving the little that little bar through the level and stuff. You have the Mario Kart for the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is a really good. It's Mario RPG basically.
Gotcha.
But Mario and Luigi instead of Mario RPG. Zelda the Minish Cap, which is my favorite Zelda game. It's one of the only Zelda games I've ever completed. And so, nice. A lot of cool stuff that they're coming, and this would have stolen the whole show. But if it wasn't for Metroid Prime Remastered. I have not actually played Metroid Prime. I haven't played any Metroid game, but holy shit, this game looks absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful game. Like this, I believe this came out originally on the GameCube, right?
Yep.
This was the first like 3D first person shooter Metroid, because they were always side scrolling before this, right?
Yeah.
And so this was the first 3D. This came out on the GameCube, got a re-release on the Wii, and then now it has a even more updated HD update on the Switch, and it looks so cool. Absolutely amazing. And to top it all off, it was shadow dropped. You could buy it right after the show. They were like, you can play it today. And boy, everybody went crazy, like on the Twitter space. And they were like, holy crap. And like, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I plan on buying it next week when I, can, when I get paid and can play it and stuff. But it looks absolutely amazing. Like, it's just, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm like, man, this is a perfect chance for me to get into this game, because I have never played it before. So I'm so excited about this. Like, I'm excited to be able to experience this. And from all the reviews and stuff saying like, this is the definitive way, like similar to Dead Space remake. This is the definitive way to play Metroid Prime going forward. Cause they added like, actual proper first person control scheme and stuff,
exactly.
So like, God, it just looks great. Like I'm really beautiful. Into it. Yeah. I'm so excited to play it. There's been like graphics comparisons too, from like the Wii version to this one, and like looking at the Wii version and looking at this one, you're like, oh man, night and day.
Wow.
So I was pleasantly surprised by this. I was like, hell yeah, this is awesome. I cannot wait to dive into this. It's only $40 as well.
Nice.
So it's not even that expensive or anything. But yeah, I'm incredibly excited to play this. But it was what cool. It was, again, this is the time of shadow drops. This is the time of shadow drops. You know, just like 2 weeks ago, we got Hi-Fi Rush. You know, we got Metroid Prime Remastered now. It's your court, Sony. It's your ball now. Shadow drop something for us. Shadow drop something. So yeah. So moving on from that, jumping ahead to people apparently were super excited about this Baten Kaitos. This is a JRPG that has a card system for battling. Okay. It looks cool. I didn't originally include it on the list, but I saw a lot of people hyping it up earlier today. And so it's piqued my interest. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but like the card system, this is one of the first card systems in a game, apparently, like utilizing a card system to battle and stuff. Or at least use it in the way that like in a JRPG like this and stuff. Yeah, it's coming up. They'll show here in a second, but like I was like, man, this looks really cool. So you see the card system here and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, man, this looks really cool. This because I'm all about card systems. I fucking love card systems. So I was like, man, I might give this a try because this looks dope. Because I've never played them before, so I was like, maybe I'll give this a go when this comes out because it's the first and second one. It's the two of them. So. But yeah, gotcha. I'm definitely interested, and like they update the visuals and all that, and like it looks cool. It looks cool. Yeah, it looks like a Japanese RPG. What am I saying? Yeah, I think I said Japanese like 5 times there, but yeah, it looked awesome. But next up is New Fantasy Life. No, I'm kidding. Have you ever played Have you ever played Fantasy Life?
No.
Have you ever heard of Fantasy Life? It's basically matching up like Stardew Valley. Animal Crossing, all of those like things together. I just love the name Fantasy Life, the girl who stole time. I don't know why. That's just a cool name. That's a cool name. Professor Layton's back as well. For those who like Professor Layton games, have you ever played a Professor Layton game? They're like mysteries.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Very popular. They're very fun. But yeah. But the big highlight to the other big highlight was the booster course. They showed off a new map, the Yoshi Island map, which looks really dope. I really like the Yoshi Island map. But the cool thing that is coming, something I didn't realize wasn't already in the game. I didn't realize. I never realized that Birdo was not in the game. I don't know why. Yeah. I just assumed that Birdo was in the game, but they're adding Birdo as a character to the game. If you would have asked me if Birdo was in the game already, I would have said, yeah, of course Birdo's in the game. They were in the Wii version. Why wouldn't they be in this version? But nope, Birdo was never in the game. I'm just an idiot.
That's hilarious.
Did you realize that Birdo was not in the game? I
didn't even know. It's just because I don't play Birdo, but that's
the thing with me too. I don't play Birdo either.
That's so funny. No, I said that. I just assumed that they were already in there.
Yeah. It's wild to think that. Then they had a little montage of a bunch of different games. Minecraft Legend looks awesome. Blanc looks really good too. I love the art style of Blanc. I think we've talked about this before. The fox and the deer becoming friends and all that. Wow. That's a fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fox and a deer. Yeah, it's adorable. Look at them cuddling up together. I love them. The Mega Man Super Pack. This is like a Mega Man RPG, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This actually looks cool. It makes me want to play it. I don't know if I actually will because I've never played a Mega Man game in my life. I've watched other people play Mega Man. But anyways, they ended the lovely... Well, do you want to watch this baseball thing?
That's hilarious.
They have a baseball, e-baseball, something. Who cares? Oh they ended the direct... Of course, with their heavy hitter, the game that's going to come out and revolutionize the world, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This is going to be game of the year, mark my words. Every outlet, this is going to be a 20,000 out of 10 game. It's going to be perfect ratings across the board. There's no. It is Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, though. I actually will say this trailer looked dope as hell. They had some really cool stuff in this. It looks gorgeous too. But one of the cool things that popped out at me was the building of his cart. He built like a cart thing. So But yeah, like just like the different like puzzles that you're gonna get to do and like the way you can manipulate things. There's a theory that Zelda is dead, apparently, according to like theory people, theory crafting and stuff like that. But look at the cart that he made. Look at that thing. And then you flying in the air, you're on a hoverboard. And so like I'm interested in seeing like how big this world's going to be compared to Breath of the Wild and everything. But like I've saw so many people hyped up with just this trailer, people going, oh my God, this looks amazing. And the things that you're going to be able to do, because that was one of the things with Breath of the Wild, like people experimented with the physics system because their physics systems for Breath of the Wild was incredible. And so just like going and doing whatever you need to do with that and stuff. And like, I can't wait to see the wild videos of people breaking the system, because like I don't know if you've seen like the videos in Breath of the Wild of people like putting a wall up and shooting something up in the air and then bringing it back down with like an arrow and crap and doing some crazy stuff with it. It's like, oh, I could never imagine doing any of that, but like just messing with the physics system. So I'm interested in seeing the Tears of the Kingdom stuff.
Nice.
They also showed off their collector's edition. They're going to have an amiibo release for that as well. Have you ever gotten into the amiibos?
No, I never got into them.
Yeah, neither have I. I've always wanted to get like the Pokemon ones though.
Oh yeah.
Just cause. But that was the end of the Nintendo Direct. Gotta say, I really thought this Nintendo Direct was really good. They showed off a lot of games. I thought it was well paced. I thought they showed off games that are gonna. Yeah, I saw that. I did that. I did that twice. I really think they showed off a lot of games that people are going to be interested in. Like, I feel like they touched a wide base of audience, from people that like Pikmin, people that like JRPGs, people that like Kirby, that are, nostalgic for Game Boy stuff, that love Mario Kart, that love Metroid Prime, and with Legend of Zelda. I think they've really kind of covered a wide range of things for people to like. Dead Cells. Even Fashion Dreamer, there's an audience for that. I thought they did a really good job of showcasing all these games and just showcasing the games, not getting in the weeds with like technical things or having somebody, talk long-winded about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it was a overly. This is Nintendo's first Direct, isn't it? Or is it their?
I think for the year. Like year. Yeah, I believe it's for the first one for the year. They might have had one.
It was a good start off, I'd say, like to show off great games, a variety of games, and just they had a little bit of everything for everybody. And so, which I really liked. And there's a lot of games to look forward to that I'm excited to get into.
Yeah. Was there any big like, oh my God, I'm going to have to play this from there?
Yes, there was. It was, what is it? The Metroid Prime Remastered. Definitely want to play that a lot. Also, Sea of Stars. I was like, I really want to play that. We didn't talk about it too much just because they kind of just mentioned it and moved on. But the artwork for that art style looks really great, and I like it. It's really cool. I want to say, what was it? Was there anything else? Pikmin 4 looked amazing. Yeah, that looked cool. I was like, I definitely need to play that. And
you're not going to get into Fashion Dreamer. You're not going to get into Fashion Dreamer. Come on.
I'll leave that for those who are into fashion. I'm not the most fashionable person I know, but and then also the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance online feature where you can play those old games. That was like a lot of cool news.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the Game Boy Advance thing would have easily stolen the show if it wasn't for the Metroid Prime stuff. But like, I feel like the Metroid Prime Shadow Drop was like bigger. As weird as that might sound, but like,
a lot of good news.
Yeah, they just had a lot of good stuff. They showed off a lot of good games. I'm excited. I think again, I'm excited for, even if I'm not going to play them, like I'm not going to play Splatoon DLC or anything, but I'm happy that people are getting content. Probably not going to actually play Fashion Dreamer, but there is an audience for a Fashion Dreamer that seemed excited about it when I was on the Twitter space and like looking up people's reactions to the Nintendo Direct. Overall, I would argue that this is probably a 5 out of 5 a showcase. Yeah. Like for me personally, like I enjoyed it. I thought they had good pacing. It's, Nintendo has a style that they do with these directs, and so you kind of know what you're getting into, and they weren't really, for me, I didn't have too many big expectations. And so I think going into that's why I'm like, oh, this is a 5 out of 5, because I wasn't expecting the Game Boy stuff. I wasn't expecting the Metroid Prime stuff. I was expecting Zelda stuff. I was expecting them to talk about DLC for like their popular brands. I was hoping for Pokemon DLC mentioned, but I feel like maybe that's going to come off later, give a little bit more time, because they do, they did highlight that they highlighted DLC for multiple different things: Xenoblade, Splatoon, the Dead Cells DLC, the Mario Kart DLC. So like, I feel like the Pokemon stuff may come later, hopefully. But yeah, I'm excited to see all of these games. I'm excited to see like the response to them. And then I will say Bayonetta Origins also took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to be incredibly impressed by that trailer. Because again, like what we saw at Game Awards, I was just like, oh, it's Bayonetta. Looks cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I'm like seeing like the actual gameplay, seeing more of it. I'm like, okay, I'm in. This looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited. Advanced Wars, I'm excited for because I enjoy Advanced Wars because I like tactical RPGs and stuff like Fire Emblem and all that. So again, I'm excited about this. Again, 5 out of 5 for me.
Nice.
I think this is my first 5 out of 5 for any showcase.
Wow.
Because again, I had no real expectations, and so I think going into that is why. So yeah. So we're out of time. We're not going to be able to do our super teams. We will create a super team in the future, though. We will create a super team in the future, and we shall love it. So we'll put that off to next week, maybe. For now, Elle, wind us down.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the live broadcast of the Respawn Please podcast. You can always catch us, the live broadcast of the podcast every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. You will now, starting this episode on, we'll catch the audio version and the video playback of the podcast on Mondays. Probably like, it'll come out like super early, like 6 a.m., something like that. Mm-hmm. Make sure, the audio versions are available everywhere. So Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. Make sure to follow the podcast on social media, and Instagram and TikTok. It's at Respawn Please Podcast, as well as on Twitter. It's at Respawn_Please. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon because we have a lot of content coming out pretty soon as we go out through the rest of this month. And make sure to visit respawnplease.com for reviews. Keep checking out the Dead Space review that Jesus put out there. Thanks for the great feedback. Everybody seems to be enjoying it a lot. So there'll be more of those coming out as the year goes on, and the more games that we play. And yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. Thank you for joining us, you dirty, dirty scumbags. Have a good night, y'all. And we'll see you on Wednesday. I guess are we gonna play Overwatch on Wednesday?
We'll see. Maybe we'll switch it up.
We'll play Dark Type. Have a good night, y'all, and have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, folks.